Howdy y'all, I'm Ice Gold, and today I was going to give a brief overview of the new stat caps coming to Wizard101 with the Wallaru Test Realm and Fall 2023 update. I've got the scaling for advanced content up on my other monitor right now, but just know that the damage cap for PvE only is 280, and then it curves up to 300. But I would not expect anybody to be able to get past maybe 284 or 5 at best, just because of how it curves. The hard damage cap at the moment is actually 225, but you never see anybody get past 220 just because of how it curves. So that is something totally new. You can find the new damage percentage jewels in the commons, which I can actually head to right about now and check out the vendor that's there, being the Hephaestus vendor. So right here, Hephaestus test shop. If you look here, the circle jewels, you can buy, like, even the ice ones. These give 10 extra damage. So if I were to use my normal setup right now, and then I fix 5 of these, because you can with the new gear templates, I would be able to get 243 ice damage, which would be pretty damn crazy. And that's not to mention the fact that all of the Dreamstalker and Dreamreaver items have yet to be actually updated, because at the moment they are just carbon copies of Eon and Eternal gear, but with some extra shads. So yeah, and then there's also item cards like 45 blades, which is really good. Yeah, like auras and sleet storms and shields and whatnot, traps and shields as well. So yeah, all of the new gear. I could go a little higher than 243. I could get 244 ice damage with this, and then up to 245 with this, so that's cool. And then I would need the circle deck for an extra circle jewel. So I think it's interesting that they put circle slots on decks, because, you know, this is one, this is one, this is one, and then this is 2. I was expecting them to put circle sockets on the wands, but I guess they decided not to take that opportunity. They just put some tier sockets and stuck with the squares on others. So interesting to say the least. But yeah, now you can get up to 280 damage before there are any diminishing returns. Although, again, I would not try to go for 300 at the moment, because as it stands, it's hard enough for even storms to go to 280. So just a little something to keep in mind. Now for the advanced content, which is PvP, raids, that type of thing. I will go ahead and put the table up on the screen right now. There are some interesting changes for sure, but for the most part, it's basically just based around the new square jewels, which I actually did not get any because I'm kind of broke. But yeah, you can see that health has increased dramatically. I have 12,000 health as level 168, but the health cap at level 170 for me is going to be 15,813. So there is still room for 3,801 hit points on my current build, which is insane. And it's going to be interesting to see how this works out in raids. Although if you are planning on doing raids after Tested's live, I would highly recommend not leveling up and just level locking at 160, so that you don't get absolutely destroyed by the new bosses and their stat caps, because those are going up. Just something to keep in mind. The Pierce increases are negligible for many schools. Fire, for example, gains 6, but Ice and Storm only gain 2. I think Balance gains 3 and Life gains 4, but Fire gains the most at 6, which makes sense for them. And just to reiterate, again, this is all just for advanced content, so don't worry about having any of these limits in PvE. because as I said, those will be, the damage cap in PvE will be 280 with a little extra room. So, and then resist has obviously gone up. I don't know what the new pins are going to be like. I've heard that they're kind of cracked. The circle ones at least. Jetty, a friend of mine who does PvP, sent me a picture of a myth damage pin for, I believe, a fire, and it gave 6% myth pierce and 21 or 22, something like that, myth damage. So those are going up, and I can assure y'all I'll be farming those on my fire once test hits live. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the new stat caps. But yeah, that's going to wrap up for right now. There's not really much to tell about. Still just waiting on some things to be ironed out, like the gear stats. Because as you can see, the numbers don't all line up, but it is the exact same stats as Eon at the moment. But these will go up. I would assume it would be after the spoiler wall comes down, and you know, I might theorize a little bit on what I think is going to happen after that spoiler wall. So we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out with the schedule. I've got a video coming Thursday covering the Zeke and Eloise quest, so stay tuned for that. Even though the last time I did that, my algorithm tanked for multiple days. So hopefully just the fact that it's Wallaru can save me from that. And speaking of the algorithm, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for said algorithm. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.